Good morning, Ultimate Hustlers. Yes, we are back with part two of our two-part series, 12 Steps to Profiting from Your Passion and Why Now is the Perfect Time to Get Started. So hustle on in here, click that like button, click that share button, comment in the chat where you're from. If you're already making money from something that you're passionate about, drop the name of your business and or your brand. I would love to give you a free business shout out, but it's going down today. And if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to show you why starting today could put an extra $300 to $600 per month in your paycheck if you would just legitimize your side hustle. So it's going down today, man. Comment in the chat where you're from, drop the name of your business and or your brand, smash that share button, and let's kick it. Yo, what's up, Ultimate Hustlers, and welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show, the business podcast for the entrepreneur of the 21st century. And I'm your host, Cortez Hustle. Our goal is to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how the world's greatest hustlers build amazing brands, scale their businesses to incredible heights, sell more, make more, and create mass movements that impact the world. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned vet or you're sitting on the sidelines with aspirations to one day unleash your inner hustle. This show will provide the insights into how pure grit, determination, and hard work has morphed into some of the most iconic brands and personalities and how they are moving the culture forward. You'll get a mix of solo shows featuring yours truly, as well as interviews and content from other hustlers that I either know personally or I've learned from or whose grind I've come to know and respect. And you'll also get exclusive recordings from our membership called Monetize My Life Academy, which you can check out at monetizemylifeacademy.com. That's a program where we go live every month with some of the best hustlers on the planet, sharing best practices on how we all can explode our brands with advanced branding and marketing tactics, business development strategies, and financial game planning necessary to build the empires we all desire. Again, that's at monetizemylifeacademy.com. If you like today's episode, chances are the hustlers you're connected to will like it as well. Share it with those in your network. And when you do, use hashtag Cortez Hustle so I can see you and hopefully give you a shout out and share you in my stories. So check out today's episode and make sure you subscribe to the feed on your favorite podcasting networks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show. I am, of course, your host, Cortez Hustle, also known as the one and only financial health mentor, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur from myperfectmoneyplan.com. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you are serious about a money plan that can transform not only your finances, but the finances of your family for generations to come, then you need to go check out myperfectmoneyplan.com. I literally show you where to look, what to look for to get double-digit returns on your investments. What that basically means is your money is going to double every 4 to 5 years, man. Banana. So go check out myperfectmoneyplan.com. We're talking 12 steps to profiting from your passions and why now is the perfect time to get started. But before we do that, you guys know that I have to give you an announcement or an update for today before we get into that. And today's announcement, for those of you who are wondering, one of the ways that you can profit from your passion is by self-publishing a book based on your intellectual capital. That's right. You've got money in your head if you would only learn how to package and present it to the marketplace. And I am about to open up for the first time ever to the general public my private coaching program, where I literally take you through a process to launch your book in 21 days. That's right. But not only launch your book, but also build a brand and a system around that book. We call it that instant authority blueprint. So if you know somebody who are in the process or thinking about writing their own book for the first time or writing a second book, then you need to tag them in today's video. Hit me up and I will get you the information on what that process looks like for you and how much it costs and all that good jazz. 12 steps to profiting from your passion. We started this out yesterday, so if you missed yesterday's episode, I'll put a link to that in the show notes. But before we get started, then I got to give you my quote of the day, and it is from the late great Dr. Miles Monroe. You guys heard me say it yesterday, but I wanted to highlight it as a quote of the day. Every vision must be tested for authenticity. That's right, people. Every vision must be tested for authenticity. What does that mean, Cortez? That means that you all have a vision for where you want your life to go. You all have a vision for what you want to see in your future. And the minute that you decide that you're going to make that vision a reality, guess what? All hell is going to break loose in your life. Now, I'm not saying that to scare you or to kill or crush your dream. I'm saying that so that you can get prepared for said test, because that's all it is. It's a test. In fact, not only will the test come, but it's also going to bring resources into your life. So the minute you declare and decide on your vision, resources going to come into your life, but so will the test. But the tests aren't coming in to get you to quit. The tests are coming in to prepare you for that next level. So every vision must be tested for authenticity. Just remember that so that you can start preparing right out of the gate to pass the test and elevate from one level to the next. That is the quote of the day right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by my good friend Brian Keith McNeil, sales confidence coach. Let me let you hear from Brian Keith yourself.
Hello, I'm Brian K. McNeil, the sales confidence coach. And what I do is I help service-based entrepreneurs to sell their services better than they ever have before so they can earn more money than ever before. I teach them what to say and what to do that infuses them with more confidence in their business than ever before. Again, my name is Brian K. McNeil, and I am the sales confidence coach.
That is my guy, ladies and gentlemen. And coming up this Monday, he's having a special private workshop where he's going to teach you what selling is. No BS, no fluff. You're going to master the art of creating clients on demand. If you're in a service-based business, then you know that client acquisition is tough sometimes. How would you like to learn how to get clients on demand? Well, guess what? It's exactly what Brian Keith is going to be teaching on this coming Monday, July 5th. So I'm going to put a link to that in the description and in the show notes for you guys to check it out. Go register, man. You will not be disappointed. So let's get on to these 12 steps to profiting from your passion. Do me a favor, man. Comment in the chat one of the things that you are passionate about and you know you could be making money with it, right? List at least one thing. If you got more than one, then list more than one, but list at least one thing that you're passionate about and you know you should be making money from that thing. Because one of the things that used to trouble me, not so much anymore, but you look around and you see people with half the skill set, half the drive and ambition, making twice the money, doing something that you love to do. It used to burn me up, but really it just caused me to take a deep inner look at myself. It's like, why are they crushing it and I'm not? Because they're putting in the work. Maybe they got more confidence. Maybe they are hungrier than me. So instead of letting that turn my stomach, I let it light a fire in me to go after my dreams harder and faster. So what we're going to do is painting and artwork. Man, Kimberly, you better get that artwork in an NFT and digitize that thing, man. I'm learning a little bit about NFTs, those non-fungible tokens, man. It's something else. It's something else. It's really changing the game for our creatives. So matter of fact, my next book might be an NFT. So I got a little bit more to learn about the process, but absolutely amazing. Let's recap what we talked about yesterday. And again, if you missed yesterday, I'm going to put the link to yesterday's episode in the comments. And all you got to do is go to thecortezhustleshow.com. That's where all of these show archives are. thecortezhustleshow.com. All of the shows live there on that website, and we've got some great stuff for you and some additional resources when you go check out the CortezHustleShow.com. So we talked about these things to get your to start making money from your passion. Number one, the first thing you have to do is before even we get to number one of the things that you have to do is you have to do the inner work. You have to really ask yourself some tough questions as to whether or not you are in it for the long haul. Or are you in it for the right reasons? Because most people are not making money from their passions right now because of fear. Fear of what other people might think about them is killing more dreams than laziness. Fear of what other people might think about them is killing more dreams than lack of skills, lack of knowledge. Fear is killing more dreams than doubt ever has. So you got to figure out how to deal with and overcome your fears. And here's how I deal with them. Two primary ways. Number one, I have to remind myself that what other people think about me is none of my business. That's number one. Right? What's going on in your head is literally none of my business. Right? So that's number one. Number two, I always ask myself this question, and I heard Ray Higdon, great business coach and marketing genius, says, ask yourself this question: who loses if you don't win? Man, who loses if you don't win? See, sometimes it's not just about you, right? I tell y'all all the time, man, I can live under a bridge and I can be all right. Maybe not so much in the wintertime, but I'm the type of guy that I don't need a lot to be satisfied, right? However, I do know, because of my connection with my creator, that I've been put on this planet for a purpose. And that purpose is to bring economic empowerment to our community. That purpose is to uplift and lead this generation into prosperity, right? And because of that, if I don't win and fulfill my mission, what I know without a shadow of a doubt is that my community is going to lose. My family is going to lose, at least this generation. Maybe one of my sons will win and fix it for the next generations to come. I know that a lot of people who are connected to me. Ask yourself, when you are faced with fear of taking an action that you anticipate can transform your life, who loses if you don't win? That shaped me up. Sedley, what's going on? So I have a passion for agricultural design, real estate development. I love it, brother. I'm going to be leaning on you when I go and rebuild my whole neighborhood where I grew up, man. I grew up in a neighborhood where it used to be the heart of St. Louis County, right? You got St. Louis City, you had downtown, and then the little area that I grew up in is called Wilson. And it used to be the center of like the transition point from St. Louis City to St. Louis County. And man, I'm talking about, it used to be bustling, right? And I want to bring that back. Right? That's why I got to be a billionaire. I don't need to be a billionaire for me. A couple million to do it for me, but I need to be a billionaire because of the resources, because of the financial resources and the social connections that come with being a billionaire to help rebuild and redevelop. And I'm going to use that as a model because there's brothers like me in every city in this nation, every city around the world that need to be rebuilt, and they just need a model. And I'm gonna model that for them, right? So you gotta overcome your fear, number one, first, before you even get to number one. Now, number one, you gotta prepare yourself, right? You gotta get prepared. Creating a profitable side hustle takes a lot of time, diligence, hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. How do you create the motivation needed to put in the hard work? If you're not living your best life now, let that serve as your motivation, right? To increase your motivations for your side hustle, envision what your successful outcome will be, right? So you got to prepare yourself. Number two, you got to identify your passions and interests. We talked about this yesterday. 3 things. Got to identify the things that you are passionate about. Then identify the things that you're good at. Sometimes the things that you're passionate about are not things that you're good at. And then you got to identify your inner character traits, right? Are you patient? Are you someone who loves learning? Are you a socialite? What are your character traits? Because that plays a role in the type of business that you build from your passion, right? There's 4 types of business DNA. There's the practitioner, there is the information salesperson, there is the tool salesperson, and then there is the investor. Do you like to actually do the stuff hands-on? Then you're a practitioner, that's your DNA. Do you more so like to turn people on to the information that can transform their lives? Do you like to turn people on to the tools that they need that could transform their lives and their businesses? Do you like to be the person with the money? I'm just going to finance the project. I'm going to hire the right people and let them do their thing, right? You got certain character traits and certain entrepreneurial DNA within all of us that lends to us having more success with certain types of businesses. So identify your passions. What are you absolutely love to do, lose time doing, right? Identify what you're good at. Now, if you're good at your passion, that's even better. But sometimes we're good at certain things, we're passionate about other things, and then identify your character. Number 3, validate your side hustle. This is where the research phase comes in, right? If you like a particular thing, you need to figure out if there's a market for it. 3 easy ways to do that, y'all. Go to YouTube, go to Amazon, and you can go look at Facebook groups. YouTube.com, and you search for what it is that you're passionate about. And you're probably going to see hundreds or thousands of videos on that subject, right? People aren't creating videos on subjects that people are not interested in. Go to Amazon. Go to Amazon.com and you search for the thing that's you're interested in. And I guarantee you're going to see books, courses, and programs out there for that thing. Now, people are not writing books on things that people are not interested in. So if there are books out there on Amazon.com, chances are there's a market for it. If you go to Facebook and you type that thing in and put in groups behind whatever you type in and put in groups, you're going to see that there are groups with tens of thousands of people congregating around that subject matter. That's how you know it's a market. That's how you validate your side hustle, right? Determine what sets you apart from the competition. You got to have what I call your UTP, your unique transformation proposition. What is unique about your brand that creates the transformation in those people that you are looking to serve, right? Is it better quality? Is it better customer service? Is it faster delivery? Is it less expensive? Is it aggressive sales taxes? Is it high or low profit margins? What makes it unique? Number 5, define your goals. You got to define your goals, right? So once you go down this path of wanting to profit from your passion and legitimizing your side hustle, then you got to set your goals. What do you want out of this thing in the next 90 days, in the next 6 months, in the next year? And then you reverse engineer those goals, right? Number 6, create milestones, right? So it might be for you today, your milestone is, hey, I already got an idea. Let me sit down and do my research. I'm going to dedicate an hour today and I'm going to do what Cortez said. I'm going to go out on Amazon and I'm going to search for my deal. And I'm going to see if there's already products and services, authors out there doing that thing. I'm going to go on Facebook and I'm going to search. That might be a milestone for you. And you're going to take notes. You're going to bring that back to your team, right? Create milestones in your business. So that's the first 6. That's what we covered yesterday, right? Now, On the other side of 1 minute motivation, we're going to get to the last 6. I'm going to wrap this thing up today. And then if you guys hang around to the end, I'm going to show you how starting today can get you an instant pay raise on your job by your next paycheck, man. It is so, I'm telling you, I am telling you, you got to understand that repositioning yourself in this capitalistic society will transform your life. If you make 100% of your income from a job like 95% of people in this country, you are in the worst possible position from a wealth building standpoint of the 3 positions that you can actually be in, right? That's the worst of the 3. I'm gonna talk about that at the end of the show, but now it's time for 1 minute motivation. Do me a favor, if you have not already smashed that share button, shame on you, ladies and gentlemen. We can no longer afford to hoard information. So hit that share button for me, and let's get into 1 minute motivations, where I play a short 1 minute motivational clip. And I'm going to share my thoughts. I ask that you comment your biggest takeaway from 1 minute motivation, and we'll go over those things together. So now let's get into 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show.
Fail big. That's right. Fail big. Today's the beginning of the rest of your life, and it can be very frightening. It's a new world out there. It's a mean world out there, and you only live once. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances professionally. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots, and you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. So don't be afraid to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams, and they ultimately fuel disappointment. So have dreams, but have goals. Life goals, yearly goals, monthly goals, daily goals. I try to give myself a goal every day. Sometimes it's just to not curse somebody out. Simple goals, but have goals.
Hoo-wee. Dreams without goals fuel disappointment. Oh man, what did you guys hear, man? Drop it in the comments, your biggest takeaway from that clip, man. We're on some Denzel Washington for the next few episodes on the Cortez Hustle Show. I'm telling you, that's where the 1 minute motivation is coming from. Dreams without goals fuel disappointment. Gotta set your goals, people. And you gotta set big goals, right? You gotta set big goals. Listen, I heard a mentor once say that if you can accomplish it by yourself, then the vision wasn't big enough in the first place. Should think about that. If you can do it on your own, then the dream was not big enough. Chances are anything that you can do on your own is only going to serve you. You need big dreams and big goals. Then he said, fail big. And I'm here to tell you, man, you're not afraid of failure. You're afraid of being called a failure because you care way too much about what other people think about you. I want you to think about that. Most people don't try, and it's assumed that they don't try because they're afraid of failing. No, you're not afraid of failing. You're afraid of being called a failure because you are giving way too much energy into what other people think. Let them call you a failure. Extract that lesson from that failure, apply what you learn, and then try again until you win. Because they may laugh, they may snicker about your failure now because they don't understand that failure is part of the success equation. And those that will laugh at your failures, the only reason they're laughing is because they don't understand that. Those that will point fingers and mock at your failure are usually those who are not trying at all. I remember playing ball in high school, right? And it never failed. After every game, there were the guys who would play ball in the streets. They will always have things to say about what the team shoulda, coulda, woulda done. But these are the same guys who didn't understand or wouldn't commit to take a risk of trying out for the team because of the risk of getting cut, risk of failing. But then they got something to say after every game, right? Man, if that was me, it ain't going to be you because you were afraid to try out for the team. Stop giving your power to other people. You're supposed to fail. That's how you learn. I want you to think back to when you were a baby. You had a goal of getting around better and faster because everything you saw around you was moving at a fast pace. And you were crawling around and stumbling and bumbling around. And what if, as a baby, you cared too much about what other people thought? And because your parents laughed and giggled when you fell on your pamper, you decided that you're never going to walk. Not how that goes, man. Right? You failed time and time and time and time and time and time again. When did you start becoming embarrassed about those failures that actually led you to you doing the thing that you wanted to do? Don't worry about becoming a failure, right? 250 something times Michael Jordan was given the ball to win the game and he missed. Nobody even remembers those. You know what they remember? They remember him jumping up on the table, pumping his fist when he hit the game-winning shot in the playoffs. They remember him giving Brian Russell the little shoulder shrug in Game 6 against the Utah Jazz and winning the game. You're not afraid of failing. You're afraid of becoming a failure. But the people that are calling you a failure aren't even trying. So why does their opinion even matter? Because here's what I know about you getting around successful people. They're not going to laugh at your failures because they're all trying and failing at something too. They're going to pick you up. They're going to dust you off, and they're going to help you extract the lessons from what it is that caused you to fail in the first place and give you some tips and some strategies on how to do it better. Could you just be around the wrong people in general? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get off that soapbox because we can hang out there all morning. But that is 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by bizcredithelper.com. How many of you guys are in business right now? If you're in business right now, drop the name of your business. If you are not positioning yourself for business credit and business funding, you are slipping on your pimping. You are lacking on your macking, right? Business credit will open up doors for you and allow you to get the funding that you need to explode your business. Did you know over 70% of small entrepreneurs don't even know there's a such thing as business credit? But if you go to bizcredithelper.com, I'll put that in the comments in the show notes, bizcredithelper.com, you can sign up for a free masterclass that will help you get your business credibility in order. That is, your business names, your websites, your email addresses, all that stuff's got to be in line if you're a legitimate business, right? It's going to show you some various funding sources and why most people only go to the bank to get funding when there are thousands of other sources of funding out there. The banks are the last place you should go to get funding. Yeah, go to bizcredithelper.com and you'll learn all about getting your business credibility and your credit in order. Creative Force Studios, Community Connect LLC in the building. All right, so let's continue down this road, man, of you profiting from your passions. You took the first 6. Now let's wrap up these last 6 quickly, because then I'm going to show you how, just by starting a business based on your passion, you are already winning the game, guys. Number 7, determine how you will sell. This is critically important. So many businesses fell off during COVID because they were not prepared from a technology standpoint. I want everybody to write this down in the comments. You are 2 things in business before you are the practitioner of what you offer. You are a media company and a tech company / whatever it is you do. Most people don't understand this. If you are a barber, for instance, in the 21st century, you are a media company and a tech company / barber. Barber is what you do. But at the core of your business is media and technology. If it's not, then you're not going to be in business long. I can guarantee you that, right? So determine how you will sell. Before you can launch your side hustle, you need to determine how you're going to sell your products and services. Thankfully, there are dozens of ways to sell products and services. You can always sell in person. If you're selling in person, you can take it to a trade show or to the market. You can even go from door to door if you choose. You can also sell just about any product or service online as well. For example, if your product is crafty, like soaps, artisan, or vintage, you can sell on Etsy. If you're getting products from thrift shops, you can sell them on eBay or Poshmark. If you are trying to break into the freelance world, then you can find jobs in dozens of industries on websites like Upwork, Fiverr, and Thumbtack. Right? If you're selling ebooks, you can do this on Amazon. You're promoting a course or creating anything from your intellectual property, then you can use my favorite brand. My favorite tool is called digitalempiresystem.com. It's an all-in-one digital marketing platform, digitalempiresystem.com. It allows you to build your websites, your sales funnels, your membership sites, create your graphics. Everything that you need to be in business in the 21st century comes in this one platform, and you can test drive it for just $1. digitalempiresystem.com is my favorite tool right now in business. Bonfire International LLC website coming soon. Hey, if you need help with that website, brother, let me know. That's something that we could definitely do for you here at Thornton Online Marketing. If you're a handyman, you can find hundreds of jobs on TaskRabbit. If you're a coach, you can use Tailored Coach to connect with your clients, right? So you got to decide how you're going to sell your products and services. Number 8, start selling. Start selling. Once you've done the initial work up front, you simply need to get started. Make people an offer. Your side hustle will not be perfect when you first launch. This is so huge. So many people think that they're going to get all of the bugs and the kinks worked out of their product, their service, then they're going to sell it and make a boatload of money. If Apple was thinking along those lines, y'all realize we'll never have a cell phone? If the iPhone would not even exist, if Steve Jobs was thinking that I cannot put this product out until we get all of the bugs fixed and it's the latest version. No, Steve Jobs understood that technology is moving so fast that we're going to be constantly making upgrades to this thing. Let's put it out and let the customers tell us what's wrong with it. Oh, y'all missed it. Y'all missed it. Y'all missed it. He said, let's put out the iPhone 1 and let the customers tell us what's wrong with it. See, as an engineer, I created this thing. I know everything that it is supposed to do that I would like for it to do. But as the customer, you might not care about none of that stuff. So if I put the first model out, you're going to then tell me, hey, you got a bug here, you got a bug here. Hey, this isn't functioning well. Hey, I thought this phone was going to be able to do this, and it doesn't. Now, I just got all the data I needed to put out the iPhone 2. And it's based on customer feedback and experience. I don't have to guess what you want because I put out iPhone 1. You told me exactly what you want in iPhone 2. Do not get caught up in perfectionism. Perfectionism is just a bougie way of saying procrastination. I want y'all to hear me clearly. Perfectionism is just a bougie way of saying procrastination. Oh, it's got to be perfect. No, you just procrastinate. That's all it is, right? Building a successful side hustle involves a lot of tweaking, refining, and making changes on the fly. Man, put that product out there, man, and let the people tell you what's wrong with it and how to make it better. Avoid getting discouraged if you don't have massive success right off the bat, right? You're going to learn by doing. I can sit back and I can read a book. I can read 30 books. I can read 40 books, watch 10 podcasts, go to 10 live workshops on how to ride a bike. Until I actually get on one, though, I'll never learn. I'm just saying. Until you actually start the business, you'll never learn how to run a business. Number 9, market yourself. To make your side hustle as successful as possible, it's essential to consistently market yourself. You need to promote your hustle so that it gets in front of as many people as possible. But not just any old people, y'all. Not just any old people, in front of the right people, right? Whatever it is that you do, there's a conversation already taking place about your solution. Whatever it is you offer, right? I'm launching my new program on helping people increase their authority by writing a signature book around the main thing that they teach, right? There's conversations already happening right now about how to write a book. I just have to get in that conversation. See, I don't need to be in every conversation that's going on the internet. And that's where some people make their mistake. No, I just need to find the conversations where people are trying to increase their authority and they believe writing a book is the best way to do it. I need to interject my solution in that conversation. Got to market yourself, right? You should be constantly talking about who you are, what you do, how you do it, how well you do it, and here's the most important part: why you do it. Why do I have the Instant Authority Blueprint? Because as someone who struggled in one of the most difficult industries for an introvert to be in, the network marketing space, what helped me overcome that fear and help me be successful in network marketing is content marketing. And one of the pieces of content that really propelled me to the next level is I self-published a book. So I know that people are struggling as coaches, consultants, and speakers because they lack authority. And one of the fastest ways to gain authority is to become a published author. So I have a deep why as to why I'm doing it. And that why connects with a lot of the people that I want to serve. So you should be constantly saying who you are. I'm Cortez, financial health mentor, host of the Cortez Hustle Show. What do? I help coaches, consultants, speakers, authors, network marketers instantly build their authority by deploying and developing content strategies that will attract to them their ideal customer so that they can increase their impact and increase their bottom line. You should be constantly talk about what you do, how you do it. I have a 21-day to launch program that can take anybody who's serious about writing a book and make them a published author in 21 days. How well do you do it? I've already helped 7 people through this process. And now I've got it refined, right? And I just told you why I do it. You should constantly market yourself. Number 10, get feedback from your customers, right? After you've launched, always keep improving. If you want to achieve the kind of success that will change your life, you need to constantly better the product or service that you're offering. This is where customer feedback is invaluable. Your customers can honestly tell you what it is that and what isn't working. They can help you see past your blind spots and identify areas for change that you never would have seen. See, when I took my 7 people through this book writing process, I learned that there was a lot of things that I wanted in the program that I thought were cool bells and whistles. And they're like, man, we don't need that. We don't care nothing about that. And I got their feedback. I'm like, really? Say, no, man, we just need to get the book out. Man, we don't need it to be a 10-week process. I'm trying to get this book out quickly. How can we get it done in 21? Oh, really? So feedback is important. Ask your customers what they like about your product or your services. Ask them what features they find most valuable and which ones could use improvement or which ones could be omitted altogether. See, as creators, we have an idea of what we think the customer wants. This is why it's important to get to market fast. You got to get to the market fast with your product or service so that you can hurry up and get to what's important, what's core, so you can streamline your process, right? And here's what you guys can do. And a lot of people are saying, well, Cortez, how do I get my customers? Right? You can run a beta test program and you can actually perform your service for a deep discount, if not for free. Now, sometimes you can't do things for free because of the cost involved in the product or service. But where you can do free, do free. Hey, listen, I got this program, this product, this service that I want to offer you. I want to actually put it in your hands at no cost to you financially, but there is a cost. After going through the product, then I'm going to need for you to give me a review on Facebook, Yelp, wherever your online presence is being created on my website, and I'm going to need you to provide a video testimony for me. But I'm actually going to do what I said I'm going to do for free. And once you get the transformation, can I count on you to do this? And I'm going to let you in this program for free. I'm going to let you have this product for free in exchange for a review or a testimony. What does that do? It allows you to get that instant customer feedback. It allows you to get reviews on your website because reviews are that deal. If you're not getting reviews, 4 and 5 stars, that's the first thing people are checking now before they spend any money with you. They want to see what other people are saying about you, right? So that's important. And you get the video testimony that you can use in your marketing forever. When you create transformation and people can sing your praises about your results, that's how you create what's called brand ambassadors. Those people will never let anybody say anything bad about you online. And every opportunity they get, they're always going to buy from you in the future. They're always going to, every chance they get, mention your name in a good light. Number 11, provide amazing experiences for your customers. That is the focus, guys. That is the focus. One of the best ways to get new customers and keep your existing customers is to create amazing experiences for them. When I had Michelle Seiler Tucker on my show, She really talked about developing your processes and procedures with your customers in mind. Right? A lot of times we develop our processes and procedures to make things easier for us without considering the user experience. She gave the example of calling customer service, and you got to push this number, push that number. You finally get somebody on the phone, you tell them what's going on, and they got to transfer you to this person or that person. How is that customer experience? Right? This is important. Creating the customer experience. How can you create incredible customer experience? Providing amazing customer support. Send a handwritten note or letter with every product. Include an extra surprise in your product. Man, you want to over deliver? Throw in something extra that they were not expecting, right? Dedicate time to helping your clients work through their challenges. Send a card on the anniversary of their first purchase. Call each customer just to say thank you. Create short custom videos thanking each one of your clients or customers. Boom. And guess what? That review process don't stop then, because if I want to send a quick video to my customers, thanking them for purchasing, I can also, in that same video, ask them for a testimony or a review and provide a link that allows them to do that quickly, easily. The more you can delight and surprise your customers, the more likely it is that they'll tell their friends and colleagues about you, which will generate referral business. Number 12. Build sustainable income. This is where you automate and scale. Right? I told you guys before that you are two things before even your product or service. You are a media company and a tech company. If you haven't figured that out, as I was doing my research on that, one of the things that I learned is that one of the fastest growing tech company stocks over the last few years, you wouldn't believe if I told you, but it's Domino's Pizza. You said Domino's ain't a tech company. I just told you every company is a tech company. Domino's stock skyrocketed when they really started using technology in their order process, in their pizza making process, in their delivery process. In all of their processes, there is technology back there. What killed a lot of businesses during COVID, especially Black-owned businesses, is their absence of technology. And when they tried to throw in some technology to kind of pivot during COVID, they got bad advice. They were throwing in the wrong tech, focusing on the wrong things, and it was just a mess. I'm telling you now, every business is a media business and a tech business / whatever it is you do for a living, right? Ask the barbers who are winning now that actually have booking apps. Now that COVID says only so many people can be in the barber shop at the same time. Those who already have booking apps, and things of that nature already integrated into their processes, they won. They won, right? All right. So build a sustainable business. Eventually, it's all things. If all things go well, and they will, there will come a point where you have to decide whether or not you want to quit your day job and make your side hustle your full-time job. The final step is to get to the point where you have sustainable cash flow. In other words, you have a relatively stable amount of money coming in each month. If you have consistent cash flow, this gives you the option of quitting your job. How much sustainable cash flow should you have? Ideally, you want to be generating at least 75% of your income from your side hustle. This will give you the flexibility to decide whether or not you're going to quit. When thinking about your income, don't forget to take into account expenses. This is why you see every company on the planet going to a continuity model. What is continuity? A monthly subscription. Every company on the planet is going to a subscription-based model versus point of sales. Why? Because it's predictable income. Right? I got to give a huge shout out to my mentor and coach, Henry Doris. He pushed me to the subscription program, Monetize My Life Academy. That is the premier digital marketing mastermind for people who want to grow their business online. $50 a month. And we meet 3 times a month, 2 times in what I call half hours of power. And then we do one on the 15th of every month. We do a 2-hour training, usually on a specific subject, but highly interactive, man. And we just go over the latest and the greatest digital marketing strategies to grow your business and your brand. You can test drive that for just $1 for your first month. Get access to 4 courses in your first month. Every business is going to a continuity model. Every time you take an Uber ride, what is Uber asking you? Do you want our Uber Plus program where you pay X amount per month and you get unlimited rides? Because it's predictable income. Everybody is going continuity, right? Do you have a continuity program in the back of your mind as you're starting to think, hey, not only can I create this product or service based on what it is that I do, but you know what? Instead of charging $500 on the front end, maybe I can break this program up over the course of a year and I can have people pay monthly for this program. It's continuity. Get some continuity in your life. Now, Cortez, why do you harp on passion-based businesses, home-based businesses so much? Guys, there's 3 business models that I absolutely love. Number 1, I absolutely love network marketing. Why? Because network marketing has already figured out everything that stops most people. They've already figured out the product. They've already figured out fulfillment. They've already figured out customer service. All you have to do is market. Now, because they've already figured out everything, they keep the lion's share of the money, right? There's no secret about that. Also, though, they've included leverage for you, right? That's where you can get paid off the efforts of other people. Just like your founder of your company has you building the income for their great-great-grandchildren. That's leverage. People often say, well, Cortez, we all got the same 24 hours in a day. Not when you got leverage, you don't. You think the family, the Walton family got the same 24 hours in a day that I got? Most people say, yeah, they got the same 24 hours. Walmart employs 1 million people. At least 1/3 of those people are full-time. So that's 300,000 people times 8 hours a day. They don't got the same amount of time I got because they got leverage. Are you building leverage? Right? So that's why I love network marketing. Affiliate marketing. We all do it. We just don't get paid for it. Affiliate marketing says, listen, I'm going to take somebody else's product and service. I'm going to tell my friend about it. But instead of telling my friend to go directly to them, I'm going to send my friend to this special link that's only assigned to me. And when my friend clicks on that link, they make their purchase. Then that company, for me being the middleman, is going to give me a check, a percentage of whatever my friend spent. It's affiliate marketing. You can build an entire brand around affiliate marketing. Then my 3rd business model is the expert model. This is where you take your expertise, your intellectual capital, and you put it in a book and you sell it. You put it in a course and sell it. You create a mastermind and sell what it is that you know that other people find valuable. Here's why I promote this so hard and heavy? Because the number one expense that you have, ladies and gentlemen, is your taxes. And when you position yourself in this economy as a business owner, right? I said earlier that the best place to position yourself in this economy is as a business owner with a full-time job. Why? Because I have the consistent income of a job that's going to pay my monthly bills. And I'm going to use my job as the funding source of my side hustle. But watch this. The side hustle now gets me access to 475 tax write-offs. That means my cell phone, my computer, my internet, portion of my rent, the miles that I'm putting on my car, some of my meals, any travel that I do. I don't care where I go. I'm always taking care of business. Why? To make that trip a tax write-off. The average person will save $12,000 to $15,000 per year in taxes when they understand how to position themselves in this economy. And if you save $12,000 to $15,000, you know what else you're investing $12,000 to $15,000 a year on? The interest on your debts. So let me get this straight, Cortez. You start a home-based business, and I save $12,000 to $15,000. Just so happens that the average American is also paying $12,000 to $15,000 on in interest payments on their debts. Not even paying down the debts, just interest. So I can take the money from Uncle Sam because I reposition myself in capitalism, use that to actually pay off my debts instead of just paying down my debts. So now having a business can help me become debt free, and I ain't even made no money in business yet. Y'all better stop playing. Y'all better stop playing. If you're trying to build generational wealth. Now, I get a lot of people, man. I love reading the comments on my stuff. I love reading the comments on my stuff because I get to gauge how well our school system has done in training you to believe that you can get rich. When I read the comments on my stuff, I post a lot of memes and stuff, and shout out to Dr. Boyce Watkins. I get a lot of that stuff from him. When I post the memes on this stuff, I have people saying, oh, well, most wealthy people receive an inheritance. No, they don't. Only about 8% of wealthy people have inherited their money. 76% of all wealthy people are first generation wealthy. But if you believe that it only comes through an inheritance, then you won't fight to go build it yourself because you're thinking you don't got a shot. Start a home-based business based on your passion with affiliate marketing or network marketing. All you got to do is reach out to me. I can help you with all three, right? Use the tax code now that you have a business to lower your taxes, including an instant pay raise, $300 to $600 a month. Take that money and strategically pay down your debts. Use some of it to start building your emergency fund. Use some of it to start investing, and you're on your way to building wealth. God forbid you actually start making some money in your business. That's another stream of income that helps you pay down your debts, build your emergency fund, or start investing even faster. I'm just saying, people, there are strategies and game plans. You just got to be willing to put in the work. So until I talk to you guys on Monday, where we're having Youth Entrepreneurship Week, I've got some young entrepreneurs who's going to come in and knock your socks off with some of the things that they're doing. Until then, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. But you've got to overcome fear if you're going to win.
You're tuned into the Cortez Hustle Show. Please like and subscribe.